For a lot of us, the world of investing can feel, well, a little bit like a casino, right? It seems complicated, kind of scary, and totally out of our control. But what if I told you it wasn't about luck at all? What if it was a skill, something you could actually learn, just like anything else? Let's explore how to shift investing from something that causes anxiety to a tool that you control.
This quote, wow, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Hope is a wonderful thing in life, but when it's your only investment strategy, that's a problem. It means you're giving up control, leaving your future in the hands of market whims, and that can really throw your goals off track.
So many of us are familiar with this set it and forget it idea. You put money into your retirement account, you get the statements, and you just hope the numbers are bigger than last time. It makes you feel like a passenger on your own financial journey, when you really should be the one driving.
And the thing is, this passive approach is exactly what we're taught to do, but it creates this huge gap. You have no real say in the decisions, no plan for what to do when the market gets rocky. Your only strategy is to wait and see. It's a system built 100% on hope, with basically zero personal control.
Okay, so here is the big idea, the crucial shift in thinking. Active investing isn't some secret club or a form of gambling. It is a learnable skill. And yeah, like any skill, it takes some education, it takes some practice, but it is absolutely something that anyone can learn to do.
I love this analogy. Think about it like learning to play the piano. You wouldn't sit down for your very first lesson and expect to play a masterpiece at Carnegie Hall that night, right? Of course not. You'd start with simple scales, maybe Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and you'd get better over time. Investing is the exact same thing. You start small, you learn the fundamentals, and you build your skill. And to build any skill, you need a structure, a system to follow. That's where this 4 pillars framework comes in. It's a simple but really powerful way to think about your decisions. It helps you take all that chaos and noise from the market and turn it into an orderly process. So here they are, the 4 pillars. Now the key here is that 2 of them are about gathering information, stuff you can't control, and the other 2, well, that's where you take over. That's about how you position yourself, stuff you absolutely can control. Let's break them down.
First up, Pillar 1, Fundamental Analysis. This is basically doing your homework on a company. It's like checking the foundation of a house before you buy it. You're asking, is this company actually healthy? Is it profitable? Does it have a mountain of debt? This is your detective work. But you're just gathering intel. You can't actually influence the company's sales numbers.
Next is Pillar 2, Technical Analysis. If Pillar 1 is checking the house, this is like checking the weather forecast. You're studying what the crowd is doing, looking at charts, identifying trends, and trying to get a feel for the overall mood of other investors. Again, this is super important information, but just like the weather, you observe it, you don't control it. Okay, now we get to the fun part, the pillars that are all about what you can control. Pillar 3 is cash flow. So based on all that research from the first 2 pillars, now you get to choose your strategy. And this is a game changer. Most people think you can only make money if a stock goes up, but you can use strategies to make money if it goes down or even if it just moves sideways. This is where you start to call the shots. And the 4th pillar is maybe the most powerful form of control there is. Risk management. This is your safety net. It means deciding before you even enter a trade what your escape plan is if you're wrong. You define exactly how much you're willing to lose. No more sitting there hoping a bad investment will turn around. You've got a plan.
So you see what we're doing here? We're drawing a line in the sand between what you can't control and what you can. You can't control the market, the economy, or what other investors are thinking. But you have total 100% control over your strategy, your exit plan, how much you invest, and, most importantly, your own education. This is how you take your power back. All right, I get it. This all sounds great in theory, but I can hear you asking, how in the world am I supposed to start practicing these skills without risking my hard-earned money? That's a terrifying thought, right?
Well, let's go back to that driving analogy. You wouldn't take your first lesson on a 6-lane highway during rush hour. You'd find a big, empty parking lot to practice in. So what's the investing version of that empty parking lot?
It's called paper trading. Think of it as a flight simulator for the stock market. It's a risk-free platform where you can practice making real trades in the live market, but you're using fake money. This is your practice field. The goal here isn't to get rich with fake money. It's to learn the mechanics, test out the 4 pillars, and build real confidence without any of the financial risk.
When you put these 2 things together,
a solid framework like the 4 pillars and a safe place to practice, a really amazing transformation starts to happen. You stop being a passive person who's just hoping for a good outcome, and you start becoming the active architect of your own financial life.
And that change happens along a path. Most people start at step 1, in ignorance, just relying on hope. But just by listening to this, you've already moved to step 2, awareness. The next step is getting to competent, where you really understand the why behind your decisions. And then, through practice, you can become proficient, applying those skills with real confidence.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. We've seen that there are really 2 different ways to approach this. One is based on hope, the other is based on building a skill. So which one are you going to choose for your future?